God bless.
So, I'm back. How's it going? Have you got anything out of von Bergov?
You came at the right time. We're just about to deal with him. And you can join in.
Welcome to Sukdal, Lord von Bergov. Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Kunstadt, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your, involuntary stay no more inconvenient than it has to be.
Aren't you being a bit too welcoming, Sir Peter?
Just what I was thinking. Fuck that bollocks! He's a captive, not some busty wench. He's only alive to squeal what he knows. It'd be quicker if I just beat it out of him.
Just a beating? What about breaking a finger or two? Or singeing the soles of his feet? You yourself forced me and Capon to do similar things when you brought that captive to Trotsky.
Forced you? Come off it, boy. Should I tell the gentleman here what actually happened?
You just keep your fucking gob shut until someone asks you to squeal.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked when we took Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat? And a smug face?
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
This is unbelievable. He's lost everything, but he still thinks he can push us around.
Oh, he's right, though. He is one of Sigismund's closest men.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yap till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotsnov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon.
Yes?
When you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I have only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenbeck miners are rebelling, so the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborsch.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mintmaster, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there, but no one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there.
But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel?
There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Rutards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Rutard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
By Christ. It's worth a try.
That sounds almost too good to be true. And too easy. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisek?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
Who? Do you mean... Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly.
Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them, no one has ever seen them, and very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not?
Fuck. Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell?
Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. but I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it.
He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words. Especially when the listener has a knife at his throat.
It's true, none of us would be very convincing as an Italian cardinal. It'd be better if we made him take us with him, as his retinue.
All right, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
All right. I can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task! Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
She's coming with me. Nobody knows Rutthard Palace as well as Lady Rosa.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Rutthard Palace. You want Rutthard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right. Both of you are going to town. And no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
Well, that's that then. Let's get to work.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
I can hardly wait.
Aren't you looking forward to going home?
When they captured Pa, Van Bergov's people came to Rutthard Palace.
Did they do anything to you?
No, I wasn't harmed. But before they took me away, they ransacked the place. Then Von Bergov just took me to Malashov. It's likely Vavak took our home for himself. He's always threatened to do that.
Well, you can try. When we free your father, Rutthard Palace will be yours again.
I hope so. But that's still far from certain.
How do we even get inside Rutthard Palace?
Like I said, through the underground.
Well, I suppose by now I ought to know you don't have back doors here. Just secret passages, eh?
You are in mining country, you know. There's more going on here below ground than above.
How will I find the entrance this time? From the position of some cross again?
No, I'll guide you this time. It's just below the walls. You only need to know where to turn.
Are you ready to go?
One more thing. Do you remember how I asked you to bring me my book from Malashov?
Well, how about that? I almost forgot. Here it is.
I'd lost all hope. Thank you. You carried it for quite a while. In that time, I would have read it twice over. Did you at least peruse a few of the pages?
I'm not really into books or reading.
You risked your life for that book, and then didn't even look at what was in it. Strange. But thank you, anyway. By the way, if you ever want to learn anything besides waving a sword, You know who to go to, right?
Shall we go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right, let's go.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
I'll be with you. If anything happens, just stay behind me and...
Ah, my hero! But since I'm the one who knows the way, I'll be going first. Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
How far away is it anyway?
Soon there'll be a fork, and from there it's only a short distance. You'll see.
And where does the passageway end?
In the cellar, conveniently enough. It's always best to arrive inconspicuously. Startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Sukdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
When we were defending the Barkov, he got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember him calling for help. He was scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Berghoff. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry. I was a silly goose to bring it up. This is going to be a bit difficult.
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
Well, so what? It's hardly more than knee deep.
That may be so, but a courteous man should offer to help a lady.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Maybe there is something knightly about you, after all. Well, you said it. This is not how one carries a lady, you barbarian.
Maybe not in Kuttenberg, but it's how we did it in Skalitz.
But it's not very comfortable.
Ah, just grin and bear it, my lady. We're almost there.
Oof, I don't think you'd be welcome at a royal court. But I am dry, so I thank you.
I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
What do you mean, get rid of them?
You killed most of von Bergoff's garrison at Malashov, and now you want me to tell you what to do?
But we don't even know who they are or how many are here. They might be harmless cripples, but they could also be a pack of cutthroats.
I know, but what do you want to do? Sit back and wait for them to die of old age?
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above. Just in case.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
All right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Oi! Where do you think you're going?
You're not supposed to be here, scum. But... someone...
I'm bleeding. What the fuck did you do that for?
Sucker.
Show me your
Rosa?
stuff!
Could you... Rosa!
Go fuck yourself!
Show your stuff.
Victory or death!
What do you want? You never saw that coming. I'm all yours. What do you want?
Are you alright?
For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through the door.
Oh, damn it. I'll be there in a moment.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
What a mess.
Get on then. Oh, no, you don't. Show what you're made of.
Rosa? It's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in.
Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court, and God forbid you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention, it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
The mess is the last thing on my mind. There was my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. It's all gone.
If our plan succeeds and your father is freed, do you know what will come next?
I try not to think about it.
Why? That's why you're helping us, isn't it?
If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything. Oh well, there's no use in crying over spilled milk. Zizka's herd will be here tomorrow. I'd like to get some sleep before then. Would you please leave me alone?
All right. I'll keep watch downstairs.
What about Vabak? You were supposed to go and see him today.
I was, but that was before we knew what to expect here. I can't leave you alone now, so it'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Thank you. And you get some sleep too, so you're rested up for it.
They left no stone unturned. Oh, Christ. Is it morning already? Zizka and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look. I see you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well. Brabant wouldn't shut up, though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes, I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We had to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mintmaster's key.
What will you do now?
We'll give it some thought and see. Hopefully we'll know better when you come back from Liechtenstein.
Council as a whole are looking for volunteers. Men's cruelty and wickedness.
No entry
Those aren't
here.
Vavak's men. I smell trouble.
Hey, what the hell are you looking for?
Master Vavak is busy.
What are you on about? I can clearly see you two aren't Vavak's men.
How could you possibly know, eh?
Vavak's guards wear his crest. A golden five-petaled rose on a blue field. Come clean. Whose back are you watching? Some thieves?
No thieves. Christian of Pisek is visiting.
The steward of the Royal Mint.
Christian of Pisek? I know him. If he's here, I want to talk to him.
Hey, should we believe him?
Why not let him go? He's alone. If anything happens, we could just kick him out.
Please, come in.
Not a soul around. Very odd.
What the? Henry? How the hell did you get in here?
That pair watching the door let me in.
I might have known. One's an idiot, and the other a twit. I'll have to find someone better.
Where is Vavak?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Surely you can't have just vanished.
I know for a fact you won't find him in town. And he's probably not hiding anywhere nearby either.
Shit. How long has he been gone?
A few days now. He took the money from his secret mint and disappeared at night.
Did Vavak take the Mint Master's key with him?
Well, if he had any sense left, he'd leave it here.
Why's that?
No one will be looking for the coin from the secret enterprise. But if it turned out Vavak had disappeared with the treasury key, the whole court would be after him. Unfortunately, Vavak isn't that stupid.
What's to be done? Damn it. I wanted to talk to Vavak about it, but me and you are going to have to sort it out. The question is, whether I can trust you.
Excuse me? I took a big risk to help you last time, and you don't trust me all of a sudden?
Only this time the risk is even bigger.
Risk, you say? Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. And I like gains. Talk to me then. It can't hurt to try. The worst that might happen is I won't help you.
All right. I need to get a couple of people into the Italian court unobserved.
What? Have you gone quite mad?
I know how it sounds, but we've got a good reason and a good plan. Believe me, we just need a little help getting inside. That's what I need Vavak for. But he's not here now.
I hardly think the dirt we have on him would be enough to make Vavak do something as crazy as that. Well, it's true. I owe you. For keeping your lips sealed. But this is a bloody dangerous business. What do I get out of it if I help you?
Think about it. Vavak's gone, and if we succeed, Sigismund won't have any coin to pay his army. He'll go back to Hungary without appointing a new mint master. That will be your chance.
I can't deny it. You know how to sweet-talk a fellow. All right? Let's say I'll help you. But there's one thing we have to be clear about. If it all goes wrong and the slightest shadow of suspicion falls on me, I'll spill the beans about the secret mint. And I'll blame it all on you. You know a lot, and you'll happily confess in the torture chamber.
Well, all right then.
I'm glad we understand each other. So, what exactly is your plan?
We'll get into the church council meeting as the legate's retinue.
The legates? What do you mean?
We'll make it nice and clear to the Cardinal that he'd be wise to cooperate with us. And while he's gabbing on in the meeting, we'll get to work in the guise of retinue.
For Christ's sake! Do you really think nobody will recognize you? Do any of you even speak Italian?
Most people here have never even heard Italian anyway.
Except Giuseppe, our captain of the guard. He's as Italian as Terzarima. And for weeks, he's been going on about nothing else but having the opportunity to talk to a compatriot.
In any case, it'd be wise to have someone at the meeting who can make sure the legate doesn't do anything stupid. We'll be keeping an eye on him, of course, but it'd be better to have a local on hand as well. And that would be your job.
Well, how can I put it? If you manage to get to Cardinal Pozzo and persuade him to help you, take you with him to the Italian court, not give anything away, and lastly, make it through the entire council without shitting himself, I'll walk barefoot to Rome myself.
Yeah, very droll. So will you help us or not?
I can turn a blind eye to someone sneaking around the courtyard, or reassure anyone at the council who notices something is off. But don't expect anything more. And what will your lot do in the meantime?
That's all you need to know. We just need you at the council.
Very well then.
Now I just need to find Vavak's key. Have you seen it?
No, the only thing I found Vavak left is this letter. Here, take it. Maybe it'll help you. And Henry, don't forget, I'll help you. But I can't afford to be under any suspicion. Do you understand?
Count on me. And thank you.
Save the thanks, and let me get to work.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Vavak, wherever you are. I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. But it stinks a bit.
Quelle puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
And what about the Mint Master? Will he help us out?
Vavak got out of the town. But in his house, I met Christian of Pisek, the steward of the Italian court. He promised to help us if we get in a tight spot.
Can we trust him?
I think so. He owes me. But he's afraid they'd know if he was involved.
Did he tell you anything interesting?
The commander of the Italian court is a native Italian. If we're going to be convincing, we'll have to be damn cautious and hope the legate doesn't say anything he shouldn't. Let's pray Godwin can keep it under control.
I'm not one to boast, you know, but few people can match my gift for languages. It would be a sin not to use it. Sono un buon gustaio. Le donne qui sono bellissime. E il vino è delizioso.
Forget it. That face of yours is known all over town. You'll stand at the back and try to be invisible.
But Godwin could surely benefit from some Italian lessons.
I would rather teach a horse the basse danse.
When he heard what we were up to, he said we were mad. According to him, we'll either get killed on the spot or end up on the gallows.
Maybe we should, reconsider.
This fella's got no imagination. If we could snatch von Bergau's fucking cannon, this'll be a piece of cake.
That's all he told me.
Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from mind maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can, and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so... they left à l'anglaise.
But you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthard's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
Do you miss?
I'm gonna go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Rutard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisak confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. What exactly am I supposed to be looking for down there? What are we searching for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different color.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade?
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
You'd better hold your nose and look before your feet when you enter.
All right then. I'll try. It appears we're supposed to go and mark the path for carrying out the silver.
I thought you were going with Brabant. He boasted that he knows those passageways.
Brabant backed out of it.
Perhaps he was afraid to soil that fancy coat of his.
Or he was just lying again. Well, are we ready to go and take a look underground?
Absolutely. Where is the entrance anyway?
In the kitchen.
That's a promising start. Let us go. Pho, that smell. How long have they been throwing shit down here? It is nearly up to my knees. Perish. And it's bloody slippery. Ugh. The nerve of Žižka and Dry Devil. I give them coin, and they send me to wade through shit. Stay close to me. The path might branch off somewhere. We would not want you to get lost.
You won't scare me. I'm not a child.
You are scared shitless, I can tell. Ugh, that stench! Well, well, well. Somebody stashed some shunt down here. Hey, what is that? There is someone here.
We ended up here. Don't think of it. The gravedigger will break his spade over your head if he got you in. Where did you come from?
Do you hear that? What are you doing here?
Sitting around, twiddling our thumbs.
Is it not obvious? They are stealing from your Christian brothers.
What are you looking for on those corpses? Valuables?
They don't have any. These poor wretches was already robbed by our grandfather's grandfathers. We're happy with trifles.
What do you mean?
Well, fingers, teeth. If we get lucky, some smaller bones too. Lennox pays well for those.
Who is this Lennox?
You don't know that numbskull?
He's the gravedigger in Sedlitz. He's not the sharpest, but he helps us make a decent living.
What's decent about it?
We never harmed a living soul. Can you say the same?
Who'd you sell the relics to?
We stay clear of selling. What if someone recognized their grandfather's thumb? That could be awkward.
Lennox, the gravedigger from Sedlitz, sells them for us. It seems more trustworthy coming from him.
How did you get here?
We hid behind the altar. Then we broke in here at night, when the church was closed.
We were gonna wait a while before we got to work. Then we heard a loud noise.
Someone was a bit too keen and closed the lid of the crypt.
So, we're kinda trapped here.
You can pass through the Ruthar Palace. If you keep going down the corridor through the crypt, you'll come out right in the kitchen.
That's not a bad plan. I heard the place is empty.
Nearly empty. But if you do not tell anyone about us, we will keep quiet about your relic business. What do you say?
Deal.
And thanks.
Must be somewhere else.
Oi, that sounds different. We have it.
No, this is not it.
That might do it.
Come, let us go back. Have you ever been to Kuttenberg? Before all this, I mean.
A long time ago. With Martin.
Is that so?
Aye. He was here on business and brought me along as help, but I didn't see much. Martin met with a customer in the morning, and we drove back home in the evening.
Perhaps we passed on the street and did not even know it. What a cachet.
Sam and I walked through the cellar as far as we could, and marked the spot where we should dig.
Well done. Brabant has found some men in the meantime. He may refuse to go down tunnels, but he does have his uses. Considering how much coin he promised them all, I reckon they'll do everything they can to make sure we get out alive. Oh, and while we're on the subject, take this. You've done a lot of good work. You deserve it.
What now then? Have you come up with a way to get to the legate and persuade him to take us to the Italian court?
I should say so. Hey, listen up, all of you. You're done for today, but get plenty of sleep. We'll chase you from your beds early in the morning.
Oh, is that really necessary?
It is. We'll be riding to Lorette's.
Cardinal Pozzo goes to bed with the chickens and gets up before the crack of dawn. After the morning prayer, he eats breakfast together with his retinue, and no one is allowed to disturb them. Most regular folks are asleep at that time, so everything should be nice and quiet when you pay him a visit.
If we don't persuade him to get us into the Italian court, we're fucked. So don't do anything stupid, right?
Should we be prepared for a fight?
That shouldn't be necessary. Godwin insisted he'll sort things out peacefully with the Cardinal. But I reckon we'll have to twist his arm a bit. And while Godwin's persuading His Eminence to put on a show with us at the Italian court, the Devil, Janosch, Kubienka, and Ada will take his retinue away to the Devil's Den.
Hagen and Urso will be waiting for us there to keep them under guard.
So what exactly am I supposed to do?
Like I said, stand beside Godwin looking mean. With a bit of luck, that'll be enough.
Exactly. No killing.
Is everyone going there?
Everyone except Capon, Brabant, Catherine, and Rosa.
What? Am I just supposed to sit on my arse with the women?
At least you'll get your beauty sleep. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
It's true we shouldn't leave this place unwatched.
Too fucking right. And don't you worry, Lord Capon. If anyone tries to get inside, Catherine will protect you.
Keep your jokes to yourself, Tosspot.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a bit, eh?
All right. Let's get to work.
Report to me tomorrow morning, is that clear?
How are you looking forward to parleying with the legate? Have you brushed up on your Italian?
It's an uphill struggle, son. I practiced with Brabant, but my memory's not what it used to be. Unfortunately, not many speak Italian round here. So at the court, I can bray like a donkey, wave my arms a bit, and no one will be any the wiser.
Christian of Pisek says the guards at the court are commanded by a native Italian. If he sees through our little ruse, that's the end for us.
You really know how to spoil a man's day, don't you?
Excuse me?
But what of it? Like a common soldier would have any business talking to a cardinal. In the worst case, I'll tell him to fuck off. I remember that much in Italian at least.
Can we go to Lorette's now?
I reckon it's too late now, eh? We have to leave before the crack of dawn tomorrow, while it's still dark, understand?
Buono il pollo, eminenza. Così così, eh? Il cibo da queste parti fa un po' cagare. Ma che diavolo? Come cazzo vi permettete? Eh?
Sit the fuck down.
Nos non... Oh, fuck. Nos non cuer... Vos nos... Vos non vulnerabo. Nobis est petitio. No. Proposal. Ragazio. Ita. Ragazio.
Can you cut it short?
Fuck! Don't interrupt! Latin is tough when you're sober.
Fucking hell!
Andiamo! Forza! After them! They mustn't get away!
Ti ucciderò!
Ca!
Ti ucciderò! Stai attento! Figlio di puttana!
Go!
Più veloce! Più veloce!
Quick!
No, ti starà più veloce!
Go!
Trzymaj się ich blisko, Henry! Trzymaj się ich blisko, Henry! Più leggero!
Oh, per un pelo! Quick!
Aiuto!
Go!
Czekaj!
Aiuto!
Hey up, lad. Keeping all right, are you?
Well, do your best, don't you? That's all you can do, really, isn't it?
Guess in these times, no?
Yeah.
Not sure about this, though, eh? Who's keeping these roads? No one looks after them, you know.
My words exactly. I mean, no one gives a damn until some noble rides along, and then he's surprised.
Per amor di Dio, mi lascia in pace. Io sono un uomo di chiesa, capite? Non ho fatto nulla. Misericordiosa Vergine Maria! Cosa
Zamknij kurwa tą gębę! Naruto!
Right, let's see him.
Nie chciał zamknąć gęby, to dostał. Nic mu nie jest lekko otumaniony. No przecież lekko dostał z bańki, no leciutko.
You've killed him.
No przecież nic mu nie zrobiłem.
You fucking killed him, you great Polish ox! You are going straight to hell for that.
Kurwa, do diabła, tylko nie to.
That's right, hell! And all those horned demons there will be taking turns with you. You just wait. They're gonna be fighting over your Polish ass.
Przecież nie chciałem, no! Boże, czemu dałeś mi tak tępy łeb?
Strip them before their clothes get even more soaked in blood. You can undress His Eminence here.
Me? Why?
Because you're the legate now.
Well, that didn't really work out. What are we gonna do now?
You heard, didn't you? We'll get rid of the bodies, get Godwin dressed up, and hope his Legate Act fools the Church Council. It's too late to back out now.
Well, maybe it'll be better this way. I wasn't sure the legate wouldn't betray us anyway. I trust Godwin a lot more.
Sure, I trust him too, but not so much his language skills.
Let's get out of here.
Agreed. Our business here is concluded.
Are you going back to Ruthar Palace?
Aye. We have to wash the clothes, get Godwin into them, and hope we don't all end up on the gallows. We still have some time, so if there's something you need to do elsewhere, feel free. I have the feeling there won't be time for anything else once we get started.
I'll go with you.
Fine. But what I said stands. This is the last chance to tie up loose ends. Are you sure?
No reason to waste time.
Monsignore, mi spiace, but you've got it on back to front.
You just have to hope Godwin can keep up the act long enough.
How are the preparations coming along?
We're done with the preparations. It's time to get to the task. The plan is simple. We split into two groups. One will go underground and wait till the other group, who'll disguise themselves as Italians, gives the sign where to dig.
Once we've tunneled in, we'll take care of the entire Church Council and carry off the silver from the court to Ruthard Palace.
Here, we'll load it onto the wagons and get it out of the city as quietly as we can.
Who will pose as the legate's retinue?
Godwin will pose as the Cardinal, naturally. Janos Uher will accompany him to the council as his right-hand man. You, Capon, Brabant, and Ada will play the rest of the retinue.
All right. I understand.
Brabant will teach you some Italian. Janos is pretty good at it, but Ada will have to keep his mouth shut.
I'll go and get ready.
Start with Brabant. Maybe you can manage Italian better than Ada. We just have to hope Godwin can keep up the act long enough.
Can you teach me something in Italian?
Mon Dieu, this is not something in Italian. I'm trying to convey to you the essence of the Italian tongue in a few sentences. Do you know what kind of a task this is? Herculean, mon ami. Herculean.
All right then. I'll try not to offend your linguistic sensibilities too much.
But you have to take it seriously. These blockheads are not listening to me at all.
To dlatego, że gadasz jak przygłup.
It sounds like baby. Mama, pee pee, poo poo.
Very well. We will start with a greeting, which you will need as soon as you arrive. Repeat after me. Buonasera, signori. Good evening, gentlemen.
Buonasera, signori.
Buonasera, signori.
That will do. Eder?
Buona sera, signori.
Perfect! You meet some Italian. You make him bleed out of ears.
Next, you have to know how to say thank you. We will say that fairly often. Every time someone opens the door for us or offers us food or drink. Molte grazie. Thank you very much.
Molte grazie.
Molte grazie.
That will do. Eder?
Morte grazie.
If I didn't know, I think you want to eat me.
Zamknij ryj, albo odgryzę ci rękę.
If you are somewhere where you should not be and you get caught, you will need an explanation. You got lost? For example, scusi, mi sono perso. Excuse me, I'm lost.
Scusi, mi sono perso.
Scusi, mi sono perso.
That was very good.
Curva. I tried to fuck with him and he prized me instead.
What did you say, Janosch?
Nothing.
Scusi, mi sono perso.
That was pretty close. Now let us try something more complicated. Fatta la legge, trovato l'ingano. Every law has a loophole.
Fatta la legge, trovato l'ingano.
Fatta la legge, trovato l'ingano.
Parfait.
Co to za brednie? Nie nauczę się tego gówna.
You know, that sounds like goat pissing on a drum.
Whatever you say, let us move on. O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra. Either you eat the soup, or you jump out of the window.
O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra.
O mangi la minestra, o salti dalla finestra. Ha!
Very nice.
To też jakieś duby smalone.
It is an expression. Loosely translated, it means play by the rules or do not play at all.
Ah, I like it more with the soup.
Jem, że jest pola. Nie chcę udawać kogoś innego, zwłaszcza nie Woloszyna.
And one more phrase. Say proprio un bacala. You are a real salted cod.
Say proprio un bacala.
Say proprio un bacala.
Sam jesteś bakalarz, głąbie.
Excellent, Janosch. Almost perfect.
What does that actually mean?
It is another saying, a refined way of mocking someone. Well, I think we are finished. Any more? And you would get all mixed up. And if you are in a tight spot, leave it to me. D'accord?
What are we going to do now?
Mamselle Rosa will give you some clothes to change into. When you look the part, go and see Godwin.
How are you so calm?
Brabant said you had a change of clothes for me.
Everything is ready in that chest over there. I've tried to patch them up and wash the worst stains out, but you can still tell the fate of their previous owner.
That's fine. I don't intend to strut around the courtyard in them.
Too bad. You might impress the guards.
And maybe I'll get shot between the ribs.
True enough. In that case, you better avoid their attention. Or hope they're worse shots than me.
I'll do my best. And thanks. Let's hope it turns out well, and this isn't our final parting.
We'll see each other soon.
Day that was.
Oh, come on.
Can we leave now?
Oh well. It's time.
Lead on, Your Eminence.